am testing out a live stream here. And I'm probably just gonna, there's nobody gonna be on this. I'm just testing it out. I mean, if somebody hops in here, that would be hilarious. And we will communicate. But next time, if this goes well, I'm just gonna use this to record a quick video. Maybe I will do like some more live streams. But I wanted to do a live stream, obviously, to talk about the top 10 movies of 2026 so far. And honestly, this year's kind of not been that great for movies so far. But I think 2027 or 2027, I think the second half is filled with movies that could be really awesome. So I'm gonna quit stuttering. And oh my gosh, this is very unprofessional. I got my watch going off. I silenced my computer, hoping that would help. But we're gonna go through these real quick here. I didn't do any honorable mentions because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if 8 of these 10 movies are not even in my top 10 at the end of the year. But we will see. We're gonna talk about them real quick, go through them. We're gonna start with number 10. Also, I had AI make this slideshow. I also had AI make the thumbnail, and that took way longer than it took to make this slideshow. It put together this slideshow for me in like 5 seconds. Obviously, I made the list, and then it just went out and grabbed images and put these random slides together. So who knows what, I didn't even read what all this stuff says, but it looks pretty accurate. I do remember Devil Wears Prada came out May 1st. So anyways, my number 10 is The Devil Wears Prada 2. Like a couple weeks before this movie came out, I watched the first Devil Wears Prada for the first time. Really enjoyed it. I think the second one was pretty much just as good. I like the characters. I think Meryl Streep is awesome in these films. There is some stuff I didn't like. Like I don't like the love story in either films between Anne Hathaway. But her and Stanley Tucci have great chemistry, and I enjoyed the movie. Especially, this is not really my cup of tea movie wise. I'm not into fashion or anything like that, but the performances and the chemistry between everybody, made it interesting for me. So that's my number 10. My number 9, just now noticing the picture. Maybe this is how the poster is. I don't remember. I have the 4K over there. I don't remember the poster cutting off her face though, so I think this is a weird cropping situation, but that's what happens when you have AI make your slideshows. Send Help. I was super excited to go see this. Sam Raimi directed. Rachel McAdams, she's a big Survivor fan, so I was sucked in immediately because I love Survivor. But she gets stuck on this island and with her boss, who is kind of an asshole, and she becomes the alpha of the island, even though she's definitely the beta in the office space. So that's kind of your thing. There's some weird Sam Raimi stuff that happens. It's not a perfect movie, but I had fun with it, so much so that I did go ahead and go already buy the 4K. I've not watched that 4K yet, but I enjoyed the movie a lot. Number 8, Obsession. This is a controversial one for me because you can go watch all my reviews for all these movies. They're all on my channel, but I had the same feelings that I had for Weapons when I came out of this movie. It is a very well-made movie on a very small budget, with great performances, great scares, great just uneasiness for most of the film. But it's just not my cup of tea. I can't get into the horror genre. It takes a lot for me to be like super into a horror movie. It made me uncomfortable the whole movie, which it was its job. So, and like I said, all that stuff I just said, all the positive things about it. I think it's a good movie, a really good movie, and it deserves all the. Oh, look at Darth Easy, he did get on my video. Uh, that's cool. I was not expecting anybody to be on here, but anyways, Obsession. I don't think made his top 10. Did not make Darth Easy's top 10, but I think it's a well-made movie. Just wasn't my cup of tea. That's why it's making my top 10 so far. Probably will not make my list at the end of the year. Also, could totally see myself buying this. I want to get, or I did get Weapons, and I would love to get Barbarian, which is another movie that was just like super creepy, but uh, once again, it's not my cup of tea. I'm gonna have to work up the courage to rewatch these in physical media. All right, and then my number 7 is Toy Story 5. I enjoyed Toy Story 5. I went in kind of with low expectations because Toy Story 4, while I enjoyed it, I think more than some, I was like, I don't know what we're doing here, and it was pretty good. I had a good time with it. It's not my favorite Toy Story. It's not as good as the first 3 films, but if you go into it with just, you know, an open mind, I think you will enjoy Toy Story 5. It has a good story. It had some heartfelt moments, and I think it's a good add to the franchise. I'm thinking we're gonna get a Toy Story 6, and maybe end the Bonnie, is that her name? Bonnie era? I don't know, of toys. Um, but yeah. All right. Number 6. Oh my gosh. This is an awful picture. Gemini. It's even like it's like half cut off here. Okay, whatever. This is what I get when I use AI to make my top 10. Carolina Caroline, a heist, well, a Bonnie and Clyde kind of movie. I kept saying it's a lot like Hell or High Water, but not as good as Hell or High Water. Samara Weaving in this movie again, and she's been in I think 3 movies this year already. I thought they were good. They had great chemistry. There is a lot of intimate scenes between them. But I did feel like that it felt a little rushed towards the end, and I was a little confused because like they do pull off this really cool con, and then they just jump straight into Robin Banks, and then the rest of the movie's about that. I would have liked more cons, obviously, is what I'm trying to say. But I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good movie, and I'll be picking that up later on down the line. How to Make a Killing. This is a movie that tanked at the box office. I went and saw this and that Chris Hemsworth movie. I can't even remember what it's called now. At the same day. And this one has a much worse Rotten Tomato score, and I actually really enjoyed this film. I thought it was great. I don't know why Glenn Powell's getting so much hate for all his roles here lately. I thought it was interesting. I enjoyed it the whole time through, and when I got out, I was like, I don't know what anybody's talking about. This movie's great. So once again, Rotten Tomatoes sometimes they don't know what they're talking about. Power Ballad. This is the John Carney movie. He's done a bunch of song kind of movies. Sing Street is my personal favorite, and I don't think this is as good as that. But I did enjoy Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas in this movie. They have an interesting relationship, and they're both struggling in different ways. And I didn't know that it says the original soundtrack hit #1 on the Spotify charts. It was good music. It wasn't so good that I got on Spotify and downloaded the music, but it did have good music. Most of his movies do. Um, but yeah, it's a good movie. If you like movies like Sing Street, I think Floor and Son was the one that John Carney did last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. Another good movie. Okay. Over Your Dead Body. This is the first time I'm seeing this poster. Over Your Dead Body was a surprise for me. I went in not really knowing what I was gonna get, and I just had a ton of fun. I think this is another movie that I had such a good theater experience that it pumped up my score on it. Because the whole theater was just laughing, and it was just such a fun time. It was so ridiculous. Jason Segel hates blood, but is trying to kill Samara Weaving. You get all this different backstory, and then you've got these criminals who are in there, and then you know I don't want to ruin anything. It's all takes place in a cabin in the woods. It was so fun. It's pretty gory and pretty ridiculous at times. So that would be my negative for the film, but I could see this one making the top 10 list at the end of the year, maybe, depending on how good films we get. Number 2. This is my number 2. I've had weird reactions to people who I've got to watch this. Some people don't feel it, don't like the movie. I loved it. I freaking loved it. Yes, it's a little bit ridiculous. I think if you go back and watch my review, multiple times I'm like, this is a weird movie, guys. This is a weird, ridiculous movie. And I think that's rubbed some of my more traditional audience people that I've told to watch this the wrong way. The weirdness on this didn't bother me as much. It's definitely weird, and it definitely goes a little over the top a couple times, but I think the messaging's really good. I think that Sam Rockwell's really freaking funny in this, and it's got a heart, and it's got a little bit of a twist, and it's about AI taking over. So I don't know. I thought it was great. I just recently got this on 4K, so I will be watching this again later this year. My number one. Any guesses? Any guesses? Well, no one else is watching this, I don't think. Gross, wrong. Okay, maybe not. Maybe Dartheezy's watching it. I do. I have 2 whole viewers. All right. Well, look at me. Yeah, number one. Here we go. Project Hail Mary. I mean, come on. This is pretty much. I've watched several of these top 10 videos. I watched Easy's top 10 video. John, I almost said John Roca, did his today. John Campia. And both of them had Project Hail Mary. I think at the top, everybody on his panel. This movie was great. It had heart. It made you care about a weird little rock creature. It has great visuals. The sound design was really good. I had a feeling. I picked this as my most anticipated movie of the year. I just had a feeling about it, and my feeling was right. This movie was great. I've already pre-ordered it on 4K. I think it's coming out in August, if I remember correctly. So I'll be watching it again when it comes out on physical media. Hashtag along the physical media. But yeah, that is my top 10. I don't think there's any other slides now. That's it. Project Hail Mary, number one. Let's see. Next, or I keep saying next year. The next 6 months have a ton of good stuff. It's got, we've got Spider-Man coming up. I'm starting to get super excited for Odyssey, and I am not a Christopher Nolan fanboy. But man, I don't know. They did a screening for it in New York, and it got like a 5-minute standing ovation. I was like, I don't know, this might be something cool. We've got Dune Part 3. That first trailer looked so good. We got Doomsday. We've got The Social Reckoning. There's a new movie coming out. I just saw it with like Seth Rogen. It looked really good. I am pumped. I think we're going to get some good movies. And like I said, probably wipe away the rest are probably at least 7 of these top 10 movies. But like I said, stream was fun. I'm glad it worked. Now I want to figure out how to get some other people on here and maybe do this with some other people. Britt says book is really good. Oh, okay. I guess we're talking about Project Hail Mary still. Yeah, maybe now I should read the book. All right, well, that's it. Till next time, this is Randy Cage. Peace out.